The Henry Mountains are one of the most isolated places in Utah. The nearest town, Hanksville, is home to just 250 people. Beyond that, there's no cell service, just hundreds of square miles of mountains, dirt roads, and untouched wilderness. In this video, I ride nearly 600 miles from St. George, winding through Kingston Canyon and Capitol Reef National Park before spending the night alone in the Henry Mountains. Although not everything went as planned, it was still an unforgettable experience. Hello everybody, and welcome to another adventure. Today, we're heading to the Henry Mountains, often called some of the most remote mountains in Utah. We're about 2 hours on the road now, about 3 from our destination. We left a lot earlier today than usual. It's 10:47 right now, hoping to get there by 2:30ish. Saw some wind warnings on the weather app, and I really didn't want to get stuck riding in some bad winds this afternoon. The wind was supposed to pick up around 3 p.m. or so. So without further ado, let's get going. The route that I took to the Henry Mountains avoided highways and led me from small town to small town. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was a very scenic drive with lots of different landscapes along the way, and I feel like I couldn't have planned it better. The Henry Mountains are located in southeastern Utah and stretch for more than 30 miles from north to south. Surrounded by miles of open desert and far from any major cities, they're one of the most remote places you can visit in the state. They're probably best known for being the last mountain range to be added to the map of the contiguous United States, and they're also home to one of only 3 free-roaming bison herds in the country. What makes the Henry Mountains so unique is just how different they feel from everything around them. One minute you're riding through Utah's Red Rock Desert, and the next you're surrounded by pine trees, green meadows, and rolling hills. Welcome to Hanksville, Utah. This town is extremely windy, dusty, and in the middle of nowhere. We got literally like a dust storm brewing up right here. It's ridiculous. The wind has definitely picked up, if you couldn't tell. I arrived in Hanksville a little behind schedule, and unfortunately, the wind I was worried about had finally caught up to me. Luckily, the mountain access road is in Hanksville, and that meant I was almost there. I rode roughly 20 to 30 miles on the dirt path through the desert before reaching the mountain and beginning to gain elevation. Quick update for you guys. We're approaching the mountain. Here we have this mountain right here, and then we have the ones I think we'll be going to right there. We finally made it out of the desert. It was a longer drive than anticipated. Luckily, this road we're on goes straight from Hanksville, Utah, all the way out to here, and it's pretty paved so far. The main thing is there's a lot of rocks, and the rocks can be kind of sharp, so I'm just taking it kind of slow. I don't want to get a puncture and have to hike out of here. We're gonna start climbing here and get into the mountains, and I think this trail actually almost goes up all the way to the peak, which is super cool. I'm gonna scope out some good camping spots, and hopefully we can find a good spot to post up for the night. Pretty soon after reaching the mountains, I found myself immersed in wooded forests and lush greenery. This was a nice change in scenery from the dusty and dry desert environment I'd been traveling in for the past few hours. I was making my way to the summit trail right now, and I just had to stop and show you guys this view. This is insane. Look, take a look at this. Oh my goodness. That's the, well, I don't know which wildfire it is, but that's a massive wildfire out there. And then you have these beautiful green peaks just surrounded by this desert. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the nice thing is that this road literally takes you up to like the Summit Ridge Trail. So they're making it easy on us. I'm gonna mob up there and I'll see you guys in a sec. Look, there's some deer. Oh my goodness. It's too windy. Yeah, here's the summit trail. You just walk along there. It's a 4-mile out and back trail. Not bad at all. But it's so windy, I think I'm gonna set up camp and just try in the morning. Because usually in the morning the wind isn't so bad. I found a camping spot that's not too far from the trailhead. The trailhead's literally like maybe a 1/4 mile down that road. Like it's like just through the trees there. The camping spot is at this little bend in the road. There's this little gravel area, and I figured, you know what? Dispersed camping is allowed here, so I'm just gonna take it. And it's protected from the wind too. The wind is coming like this way, and we're kind of in this little mountain nook. So over by the trailhead it was super windy, but over here we're protected. So I think it's perfect. And this is where I saw those deers too, up there. After following the dirt path to the top of the mountains, I was amazed to see the rolling grassy peaks filled with trees. It was a view unlike any I had seen before. I found a little nook in the mountain and decided to stake my tent there for the night. That's so cool. There's some deer print near my tent, looks like. Alrighty, camp has been made, and this time there are several improvements over last time with Notch Peak. First improvement being the rainfly. I put the rainfly up because I feel like it just traps heat and makes me feel a little more cozy. So threw that guy up. I brought a tarp this time. After last time I realized when I got home I was organizing my stuff and I realized I got the tent really dirty on the bottom and I didn't want to damage it, so I bought a tarp and I'm using that, and I actually think I'll continue to do this. just to take care of my tent. And then the third thing, and maybe the most important thing, is the sleeping mat. Last time I had this dinky little ultralight sleeping mat with a bunch of holes in it, and it inflated to like 1 inch, and I barely slept. And so this time I went fishing around in the garage, and I found this nice big comfy one, way thicker, and I'm very excited to get some sleep tonight with it. Those are my camp improvements, so I'll let you know how it goes tonight. I'm pretty pooped from riding around all day, so I'm gonna crash, watch some shows, hang out, fall asleep. I feel like pretty soon, honestly, and then I'll see y'all in the morning. It's 12 in the morning right now, and I thought the wind would die down, but if anything, it's only gotten stronger. It's been blowing my tent around all night, and yeah, I feel like there's no way I'm falling asleep with this. I checked the weather report, and it said that it's not gonna like really calm down at all. Maybe at like 5 or 6 in the morning. So we'll see. Look at this beautiful view. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Last night I did not sleep at all. I got like probably like 1.5 hours of sleep. The wind did end up dying down a good bit around like 4:35. So it's just I would have slept like a baby if it wasn't for the wind, honestly. So I think next time I come out, I need to make sure that it's not windy, because that was crazy. I was under the assumption it would die down, and when I was setting up the tent, this little nook here wasn't even that windy. So, but you live and you learn, I guess. We made it through, and now we're gonna go hike this bad boy right here. It's a little chilly and still a little windy, but we're all the way out here, so we gotta do it. So let's do this thing. See, this is probably one of the reasons the tent kept folding in on itself last night. It came off one of the stakes. Alrighty, we're all packed up, and let's get hiking. Still windy. I walked out onto the trail, and the wind grew even stronger until the point it was moving me around. I decided at that moment that, unfortunately, I just needed to turn around and call it quits. Although I was disappointed I couldn't hike along the mountain summits, I was still happy I could visit the Henry Mountains and see what they were all about. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the video. This one was a lot of fun to make, and it was really fun to go somewhere that wasn't the desert. I was getting kind of sick of the desert. There's definitely more to come, so stay tuned. And if you have any suggestions of places I should go in the future, please feel free to comment down below and let me know. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.